What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Midday Rush. I'm AK, host of Roman Nation, and to my south, we've got the goth chick herself, Crimson. What's going on?
What's up? It is finally Friday, and we are at the end of June, and we're about to hit July. I'm sorry. I am so ready for July. Let's get out of June. Let's do this.
Absolutely. And over here to my west, we've got the old man himself, the so-called expert. We've got Brian. What's up?
Oh, let's do this. I mean, man, and so much has happened. So much has happened in the last 48 hours. Yeah, let's get into this.
Like I feel like the Vios man, the stuck to my chair with all the news and articles that's been going out so far. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it because we got a lot of information to cover. All right, so let's start off with AOL.com. Supreme Court's latest decisions. Justice rule on January 6 defendants, criminalization of homelessness, and power of federal agencies. All right, let's see. It says Supreme Court issued 3 more opinions Friday, marking the first time the justices have weighed in on the attack of the Capitol on January 6, 2021. Chief Justice Roberts also announced that he's coming Monday, July 1st, will be the final day the court will issue opinions for this term, including the highly anticipated decision on former President Donald Trump's claims of immunity of criminal prosecution. Here's a roundup of the decisions. That was a 6.5 that dropped today on June 28th. All right, so let's see. Let's do this one. The Supreme Court makes it harder to charge January 6 defendants with obstruction. This ought to be interesting. So the case is Fisher versus the United States. How the justices ruled and what it means. The Supreme Court has made it harder to charge Capitol riot defendants with obstruction, a charge that was also brought against former President Donald Trump. Following the events of January 6, 2021, in a 6-3 vote, the court ruled because there was no proof of the rioters tried to tamper with or destroy documents, they did not qualify for the obstruction charge. Because it wasn't like the January 6th committee did that at all, right?
So for anybody who is currently sitting awaiting trial in prison, if this was their only charge, does that mean that they're able to finally be let out? Because I know sometimes they would pile on different charges.
Yeah, that's the thing. Most people that were charged with this were hit with other charges, mainly misdemeanors. This makes their felony convictions go away because their misdemeanor convictions still stand and they are still liable to serve whatever time or pay whatever fines are associated with the misdemeanor charges.
I mean, yeah.
Exactly. It says here more than 750 people have been sentenced for the involvement in January 6 riots. Out of that number, about 50 were convicted on obstruction as their only felony count, which means they will likely be most affected by the ruling.
Right.
All right. So, we'll take little steps of progress as we go.
Victories.
Yep, small victories.
Small victories indeed.
All right.
Jumping ahead to the next one.
Yep, same here. This one's interesting. Cities can punish homeless people for sleeping in public places. Man, this sounds like what's it called?
Vagrancy laws?
Yeah, pretty much.
Loitering laws?
Loitering, that's right. Because that's actually what I have in my notes here is I think it's more about loitering than anything else.
Right.
Yeah. That's why they have a lot of public architecture that is now being built to discourage people from lying down flat. So you see a lot of benches with like really weird arms, or you'll see flat surfaces with like spikes every like 3
or bumps feet. Or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how the justices ruled and what that means in the 6-3 decision. The justices reversed a ruling from a San Francisco-based appeals court that found public sleeping bans were a form of cruel and unusual punishment. They found it is not a violation of the 8th Amendment for localities across the country to criminalize those who are involuntarily homeless from camping and sleeping in public, even when shelters are full or unavailable and there's nowhere else for them to go. Now, that's the only part that does suck because you like, what are you supposed to do when it's, negative 25 outside? Just freeze on the ground?
And it
Okay.
doesn't help they're making the situation for a lot of people just unbearable to even have. So not only are you forcing more people to be homeless, but then you're making it harder to be homeless.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to channel my inner Phil Labonte here. By and large, homelessness in the United States is a choice. It is a choice. There are very few people who are homeless who have absolutely no other place to go, who are obligated to be homeless. So this sort of thing, cities passing these types of ordinances, which, listen, some of you guys have seen me with my camera as I drive around town, and you've seen some of the local color we have around here. These kinds of laws make communities and public spaces safer.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the court got this one right, guys. I think they got it right.
Yeah, I think, they got it right. It's just now what we need to do is figure out the homelessness for men, because you got to remember there are places for everybody to go, but they fill up pretty quick. And then there are places specifically designed for women, but I have yet to see one for just men anywhere.
Yeah.
Well,
anywhere
and to
across
be
the
honest,
country.
so again, my father, who was a police captain here in what the city I grew up in, often a very common practice is for a homeless person who really seeks shelter. They will simply go into a bank, pass a note saying that they're robbing the place for like $5. Then they will go out and wait for the cops to come pick them up so they can take them to the jailhouse or the prison, just so they have shelter. It is very common. It's sad, but a lot of men will just rather be in prison.
Exactly.
Or at least in the area where I live. It's panhandlers are on every street.
Yeah, but on top of that, how is this going to help with the homeless tent camps?
Right.
Because now there's going to be many more of those. But the reason, but what this also does on the flip side is, we were talking about this earlier about the case in New York with Daniel Penny and having the homeless guy that was on the train, going out and threatening people, and of course they put him in jail and then they release him. They put him in jail and they release him. Put him in jail and release him. And then one day decides to just go postal, and all of a sudden now you've got a man who was trying to protect people who's now behind bars and now fighting this case for, apparently murder. Well, what this does is this now puts the onus back onto the police to make sure that these things don't happen, so that situations like that don't happen. In a way. Because that's part of that.
And a lot of it is just go ahead.
No. The only thing I was going to say is because now it's going back into the city's hands to say, hey, listen, you now have the ability to do this. So, so now that gives somebody like Daniel Penny an out.
Yes.
Sure.
Yep. Oh, yes. Yes.
All right. Let's move on to the last part of this, which is going to roll over into our next story. Court overturns 1984 ruling that weakens federal regulators. In a 6-3 vote, the justices overturned a 40-year-old ruling. What the heck is that word?
Colloquially.
Colloquially.
Yeah.
I can't talk either. It's okay.
How many humans does it take to say a word?
Say that 10 beers deep. No.
I'm only 3 deep, guys. No, 2.5.
Exactly. Known as the Chevron deference, that made it easier for federal agencies to regulate the environment, public health, workplace safety, consumer protections, and laws are considered too ambiguous. In 1984, a unanimous 6-0 Supreme Court decision found that the case of Chevron versus the Natural Resources Defense Council, when a statute is ambiguous, the court shall defer to reasonable federal agency interpretations of what it means. Congress would enact broader regulatory rules, and those federal agencies will fill in the gaps. All right, so let's move on to the Communist News Network, also known as CNN. I believe they said the same thing here, right?
Yeah, you're being redundant, Roma. You were being redundant.
Gotcha. So shift the balance of power between executive judicial branches and hands important victories to conservatives who have sought for years to rein in the regulatory authority of the administrative state. The laws were filed by two groups, Herring Fishery challenging a Commerce Department regulation requiring them to pay the salaries of government observers who board their vessels to monitor the catch, but the decision will net a far wider swath of federal regulations affecting many facets of American life. The decision overturns the Chevron versus Natural Resources Defense Council proceeding that required courts to give deference to federal agencies when creating regulations based on ambiguous law. Congress routinely enacts open-ended laws that give latitude to agencies to work out and adjust the details to new circumstances, because it's supposed to be Congress that's supposed to be doing this and not the federal agencies.
Sir, may I comment?
Yes.
We here at the Midday Rush have been following this case since it was first accepted to be heard by the Supreme Court. This case and them throwing out the Chevron deference doctrine pretty much undermines the entire structure of federal regulation for the past 30 years.
Yes. And on top of that, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead. When
we first covered this, I made the statement that, yeah, this case will come because everybody knows I'm the gun guy around here. Okay. I'm the 2A absolutist. And when I saw this one, I said, you know what? This is going to undermine ATF. ATF is going to be, this is going to cut the nuts off the ATF. And when we heard the oral arguments, I was like, you know what? I think this is going out the window. And then when we saw last week, when the Supreme Court slapped the ATF in the jimmy and said, no, you cannot make up federal law on bump stocks. That does not create machine guns. Congress has to act. I saw it right then. Yeah, Chevron's out the fucking window. And here we are. I called it. I fucking called it. All right. Ran over.
Give credit where credit's due. And again, the ATF can now stop playing the game I win. And then also
all the other federal agencies too, including I believe the EPA that was targeted on this one. But yeah, I mean, all the bullshit, chicken shit federal regulations that are out there because Congress was lazy and said the secretary of or the director of will write appropriate, whatever. That's gone. That's dead. Congress has to go back to work now. Congress has to fucking go back to work. And that's why your local congressional elections, that's why your Senate elections, that's why all your down ticket shit is fucking important. Because now Congress has to go back to work and actually fucking legislate.
Right on. On top of that, this primarily affects the executive branch.
Mm-hmm.
Because the executive branch doesn't have this ultimate authority where every time they cross a line, then it has to go through litigation, then it has to go through courts, and then it has to go through all this other stuff because somebody, overstepped a line or a boundary somewhere.
Yep.
So it puts a cap or a ceiling on the amount of authority that all of these three-letter agencies have, including
the Office of the President or the IRS. Yep.
The IRS,
mm-hmm.
the ATF, the EPA, the what else is there? What else is out there? The FBI.
Oh, yeah, the NSA.
Yes,
NSA,
yeah, CIA, the NSA, the
CIA,
TSA,
all these 3-letter agencies
the
now have a
IPAs. No.
ceiling. A hard
Damn,
ceiling.
Roma, you were right. We have done 15 minutes just on the first 2 links.
Exactly. Yes. And then right before we move on to this next story, there's one other ruling or one other law that was set into place. Brian, do you remember the rule of Lenin?
Which one was that? I'm sorry.
The rule of Lenin was put into place where if there is a discrepancy in the interpretation of law, then the interpretation goes to the people and not the government.
The government. Yes. Yes. That was upheld earlier this term.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to bring it all together right here, right now, you guys. Here's the case why you should, given all of Donald Trump's faults, they are many and manifold. Okay. But what we have gotten out of this court that Donald Trump put together, and God, I want to throw up in my mouth, but I got to give credit where credit is due. Back when Turtle Man was the majority leader in the Senate, he held off a lot of Supreme Court appointments and a lot of other lower court appointments.
Mm-hmm.
He held them up. He kept them from being filled. And when Trump came in, McConnell went ahead and opened the appointment floodgates. Many, 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 many of those seats got filled by Trump appointees, including three Supreme Court seats.
Yep. Yeah.
Those 3 Supreme Court seats have been critical in upholding and defending our Constitution, upholding and defending our, God-given rights. That's Trump's legacy. And that is why I will say, despite his faults, all his faults, Trump is not perfect. Oh, God, he's not perfect. I wish we had somebody better, but he's the best we got. So that is why you should vote Trump. That's Trump. The Supreme Court, what we're getting out of the court system now, that's Trump's legacy. He did that. You got to give the man credit. Yeah.
It's just 4 years. After that, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
We will figure it out.
Let him have another 4 and you'll never have to deal with him again. Like, I don't understand why the Democrats don't want to just go ahead and give it to him and be like, okay, just do your crap and then we'll take over again when we feel like it. I mean, not really, but I'm being facetious.
Right. No, fair enough.
All right. Let's move on to scanner.com. This is by Cassandra McDonald. Anderson Cooper asked Kamala Harris, is that how he is every day? Oh man, I want to hear this. I didn't see this yet. So
all right. Now I got a little bit of video to play for you. Here we go.
We have no audio. I don't think you're actually streaming to.
Oh. Okay. You know what? I'll fix that.
Here we go. While he's doing that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. I'll back it up. Hold on. For the Discord folks. Sorry.
Yeah. So if you see all 3 of ours, sorry.
I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
you want to know what the problem is, right? The problem is that
I said
Kamala
only
she is shitting
on day
buckets right now, knowing that she might have to do some work this year.
Right, because I gotta believe somewhere behind the scenes in Washington, D.C. or Camp David or fucking Delaware, wherever Joe and the people closest to him are right now, there's got to be conversations going on. Joe, you need to step back. And then wherever Kamala is, her and the rest of the cabinet are like, damn it, we got to invoke 25th Amendment.
Yeah, because here's the thing. We knew he was going to stutter. We knew he was going to have, a point in time where he was going to blank and come back too. But there was a moment during this debate where he just like,
yeah, total deer in headlight look.
Yeah, deer in the headlights, and then just
he just
off-road.
Short.
Like completely short-circuited.
Oh,
and
blue screen. He blue screened.
Once that happened,
he totally freaking blue screened.
Where's the Windows music?
Was it the Medicaid? The one where he's talking about care?
Oh, Jesus. All right. So it says here, Harris stressed that she's not really interested to talk about this debate, despite it being a post-debate interview. Of course not. Quote, I understand why everyone wants to talk about it, but I think it's also important to recognize the choice in November between these two people on the debate stage involves extraordinary stakes. Well, I mean, yeah, because now the entire country knows, or the entire world knows, that Biden's not running the country. The whole world knows it now. So that puts everybody into a very weird predicament.
Oh, this one looks spicy, Romo.
What's that one?
Anderson Cooper to VP Kamala Harris, the person we saw tonight, the president on stage. Is that how he is every day? Can you say that you're not concerned at all, having watched the president's performance tonight?
Play.
Yes, sir.
Kamala's
the spin is heavy.
Kamala's going to be the next Depends commercial.
Yeah. Up until today. Oh, wow. At 2 CNN.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Biden's done. Biden is fucking done.
Bye, Biden. Okay. All right. Now, moving on to the other scanner article. New York Times runs seemingly pre-written op-ed called for Biden to drop out of presidential race. The op-ed President Biden, I've seen enough, was published after Thursday night's debate, but the URL indicates that it was at least partially pre-written and loaded up on June 25th. The gray lady having an article ready to go calling the president to step aside may lend some credibility to theories that were concerted effort to replace Biden as a nominee. The New York Times article began, President Biden is a good man who kept a long career in public service with a successful presidential term. But I hope he reviews his debate performance Thursday evening and withdraws from the race, throwing the choice of a Democratic nominee at the convention in August. So I'm going to take over the screen here for a second. because I think I have some things I want you guys to see. This is what we have to work with, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I almost wanted to use this
worry.
just for the caption.
Oh my God, Roma!
I have more. I have more.
Oh shit!
I have more. Oh, you thought I was done?
No, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be all right.
I'm in danger.
Oh,
Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
Oh Lord!
Oh
Yeah, no.
I would almost rather have died.
Roma, you ain't right. You ain't right.
I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it. I absolutely had to do it. Oh man, those memes were epic yesterday.
Okay, so we've gone through 4 links and we're already done for beer nut. Holy shit.
All right, do we have, let me see. I want to see which one I want to do. We'll do one more. Well,
Yes,
I guess we'll go ahead and let's go back to CNN, the Eileen Cannon story.
Oh yeah. Obligatory commentary here. She is a Trump appointee. All right, we'll get that out of the way right up front.
All right, so here we go. Judge Eileen Cannon pushes back on the idea that more hearings would delay Trump classified documents case. Judge Eileen Cannon wants to hold additional hearings of Donald Trump's attempts to challenge key evidence in his classified documents case, and will allow the former president's lawyers to question witnesses about investigation and search of Mar-a-Lago, which he has every right to do, by the way.
Absolutely.
On Thursday, the Florida-based judge said in a new order that she wants more evidence about the language in the FBI warrant used to seize classified records from Mar-a-Lago in 2022 and about the grand jury testimony from Trump's former attorney, Evan Corcoran. Now, not only that, but I also want to know what the process was going into how those documents got to Mar-a-Lago in the first place. Because there's an agency called, I think what's it called, NARA, in which they're the ones that are in charge of having a chain of command and how those documents are transported and how they're secured on one end and the other. So, so how did these things get in there? Because President Trump can't just walk into one of the most heavily guarded skiffs on planet Earth and just walk out with classified documents. So they had to get there somehow.
Right.
Now, was it President Trump that asked for these, or were they mysteriously shipped to his house, not knowing that there were classified documents there? Because the whole palette of documents wasn't classified. Right. There was a bunch of stuff from his presidency that he had in there that must have been, just from random events or whatnot, which needed to be cataloged. But in between were all of these classified, supposed classified documents, which were then switched out for classified document binders in the end, which means that it was tampered with, because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to take pictures of these things as they as they are, and then go from there.
The thing that anybody that's ever had a security clearance is supposed to understand is that any classified material must have a positive chain of custody. And it sure looks to me like there are huge problems with chain of custody on these Mar-a-Lago documents.
That's right. All right.
That's my expert observation, sir. That's my expert observation.
Oh, wait. Expert opinion. All right, let's move on because I think it's time. I hear a buzz in the air.
Oh yeah, there's a buzz. All right,
There's definitely a buzz.
It's time for the B.
this is going to be a good one because it's going to confuse everyone for good reasons. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, we're going to play
Here we
B or
go.
Not a game where I put up 2, 3, 4 headlines. At least one of which will come from the Babylon Bee, and the others may or may not come from quote unquote legitimate news sites. Tonight, it's the audience because we have no T-Bone.
Oh,
So,
that's
yeah,
not what I
it's
meant to
that.
do.
Oh,
That is totally not what I meant to do.
whatever. Okay, I'm just going to move on
Yeah, go
and
ahead.
say, oh, yeah. So I got 3 headlines here. We'll put up a poll. Y'all pick out which one's the B. So here's the very first one. Alarming study finds 33% of Americans are dumber than a bag of hammers. Headline number 2. Or 2 Bs.
What kind of hammers?
Yeah. Trump indicted for murdering an elderly man on CNN. Headline number 3, Biden invents new language on live TV. And let me push the button for the fine folk who might be watching YouTube. Oh, wrong one. We're professionals around here, folks, I promise.
Unfortunately, I do not
No,
have.
that Brian, that was the oops.
I actually do not have the ability. To
Oh,
make
you
a poll,
deleted it?
so
That was
sorry.
the oops.
Dang it.
I went to copy it and I accidentally hit delete.
I missed something.
Oh, man.
But I'm gonna put a poll. I'm so sorry, Brian. I pulled a T-bone. I totally pulled a T-bone.
You totally pulled the T-bones. Sir, you are not allowed to push buttons anymore.
That's it. I suck. All right. What was the third one? So I can put this to the poll.
Okay, the third one. Biden invents new language. That's all you need for a poll. That's all you need because it truly doesn't even matter today. Going for funny.
What the heck?
I'm going for funny.
All right. There we go. So 1 minute, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Oh, Bidenese even better. Holy shit, Rolla.
American hammerheads, elderly homicide, or Bidenese. Let's go.
Let's do this. Wait, is the YouTube chat even doing anything? Nope, not a goddamn thing. Oh, I don't. Well, I can't roll the stream because you deleted it, Roma.
I did.
Oh.
Oh man, me and my fast fingers.
Yeah, you got ahead of yourself a little bit. Okay, I don't mind. Like I said, we're going for the funny. Well, chat, you're not wrong. The chat heavily favors B. And but honestly though, technically Trump didn't get indicted, but yeah, that was a murder. That was a total murder.
Somebody had the meme. Please throw in the towel.
Right. But I am really surprised that.
He's already
I got one vote for Charlie. Well, I got bad. Well, you know what? No, that's not right. Oh, where's C? Oh, there's C. There's C. You know what? You're right too. But technically, I mean, is that a fake headline? Is that really a fake headline? Because that actually fucking happened. I'm just saying. Just saying. And I can't believe no one gave this any freaking love. Come on, guys.
There were at least 2 to 3 people in the audience who said, "Yep."
Again, fair enough. I understand why nobody voted for this because this is true. This is actually real. Yeah, this actually
Totally
happened.
real. Completely.
Totally real. Totally
Oh,
real.
yeah.
So I understand. I get it. I get it.
Now to the real headline.
It really is a shame T-Bone wasn't here.
I know.
I mean, and honestly, okay, I did not do this because I felt sorry for T-Bone. I did it because it was funny. But bumps.
Yes, sir. All right. Let me see. Where is the next game? So I'm going to look that up while you go ahead and get that screen cleared up.
I mean, I've got the original caption this photo. I can throw that up. I've already thrown
nice.
inadvertently. Yeah. Yeah, screw it. We do it live. We'll go with this one. Because F it, we do it live.
Oh, no.
What? Oh, what happened? What happened?
Great. Now I have to cross two universes again.
What did you do?
Oh, man. This is... All right. I don't have that one. So you're going to... Yep, there you go. Okay, let me see what this is.
I got it in the chat. This is the one T-Bone threw up yesterday. And then he put one up today. Once I had the deck built. Yeah, fair enough.
Oh my. There we go.
Then come up on stage.
Down already.
If you want to call an audible, T-Bone, come up on stage, please.
Where is T-Bone? Is he there?
He's in the Discord stage.
All right.
I invited him. I didn't have to.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and push through because we've got a segment here, even though Elizabeth's not here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in with the 100-meter dash.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. This is from the Good News Network. Man with unyielding depression starts picking up litter and helps clear 13 tons of trash with family and strangers. Man, I need a new hobby. 32-year-old began picking up litter to help his mental health, as now his whole family spends quality time together on the cleanups while helping the other community. Mike Scotland began experiencing depression in his late 20s. After struggling for some time, he found himself at the bank of the River Don in his hometown of Aberdeen, Scotland, surrounded by litter and ready to take his own life. Thankfully, his mind changed, but whenever Mike would pass the river, a known local dump ground, the rubbish would remind him of that dark day. So he decided to take matters into his own hands. Quote, I was in a really dark place, Mike told SWNS News. I was saved by a phone call that stopped me there and then. But after that, when I'd walked past the area, I felt a dark shadow was haunting me. One day, I took 3 black bags and went down to the riverside and just started picking up litter. There was a person on a bike that stopped me and asked me what I was doing. I told him that I was litter picking, and he asked if he wanted a hand. He parked his bike, and me and this guy ended up spending the next couple of hours picking up litter together and having the most open and honest chats about anything and everything. Before Mike headed home, he told the stranger that he was going to start litter picking group. True to his word, the next day, Mark started the group community cleanup, and over the next few months, he gathered weekly to beautify the land around the river. To date, they've collected almost 30,000 pounds of litter and pulled a whopping 5.5 pound, 5,500 pounds of metal from the river bottom. There were about 4 to 6 people that showed up for the first one, but we ended up cleaning over 300 kilograms or 660 pounds of litter over the next couple of hours. The following weekend, 10 people showed up and they doubled their haul. Soon they actually saw otters swim up the stream for the first time in 40 years. Quote, "We transformed that whole area as a community. We gave it life again." Mike is now a father of 3 and says his whole family now picks up litter regularly, especially his 5-year-old son, Lucio, who picked up his first piece of trash as a toddler. I remember taking my son to the park when he was 18 months old, and he spotted an empty bottle. Even then, he went, picked it up, and put it in the bin. One of the things we used to do as a father and son growing up dressed as Batman and fight the litter was a great day to get him outside and teach him about the environment. Last year, in the aftermath of Storm Babbitt, Mike recalls the horrible amount of litter that was washed up. I'd never seen anything like it. My son couldn't understand why people were just walking past it, and he really wanted to help clean it up. He asked if I could find people to help us. So I went on Facebook and did a live video showing everyone the mess that was down there, and I asked for help. Within about 45 minutes, there were 25 people who come down to help. It was such a mess that the dynamic duo spent the next couple of weeks setting up an event and speaking to the local media until about 350 people showed up to finish the job, removing over 400 bags of storm debris. It was really uplifting to see that there was a lot of people out there that wanted to do good. Let's see. Mike and his partner Nikki now debase over 100 liters of loathing locals, which they loan out to groups to do their own cleanups. Mike said he couldn't be prouder of his children for the work they've done, and says they give him hope for the future. For me as a parent, it's really uplifting to see them excited to make a difference. It's second nature to them now. For their mindset is focused on doing good thing for the right reasons. They're not doing it for attention or praise. They're doing it because it's the right thing to do. Over time, it should hopefully reduce the amount of people littering in the first place. It's a long goal. I don't know if I'll achieve it in my lifetime, but I certainly will try my best. White pill for the win.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
You know,
All right.
Overall, Roma, I think this week has been a whole lot of win.
Win no matter what.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now let's move on to back to this disaster.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
All right. For those of you on YouTube, this is called Caption This, where we go ahead and we generate a AI generated photo, and then it's up to you in the audience to come up with the best caption there is. All right. So we're going to start over here on the Discord. Let's see what we got.
There's a lot of good ones in there. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I don't know if this is one of them. Lee. All right. Well, I'm going to start off with it anyway. Okay. So caption this: the Roger Rabbit reason to do things. No, not at any time, only when it was funny. We've got from Crimson, Disney's expansion of the Fallout universe. And we've got from Lee, Disney cleans up San Francisco. Let's see. Coming in from Vash, the Nephilim has risen to bring together this mouse and this retistically rabbit in holy Mormon. What is that?
Moronomy?
Sorry, my dyslexia just went off the charts. All right. Then we've got here from Chris. Disney celebrates as they don't have to host Joe after this bad performance. Oh my God. I think this is safe to say, but this is really bad.
It's borderline, but
It's borderline, but I think we're good.
Yeah, do it.
This is from Rick. This is Biden's version of Disney World, where everyone is welcome, especially children, but not parents. Oh my
Aaron.
God.
Aaron swinging for the fences.
All right. This is from Aaron. Newest Disney remake.
Yep.
Who Framed Hunter Biden? Jessica Rabbit played by Lizzo.
I think we might not
You
even
never
need a poll.
You never disappoint,
That's my 20.
Aaron. All right. This is from St. Metal. Disney must have made another wrong turn at Albuquerque. Oh my goodness. This is now from Lee again. Disney offers augmented reality for residents of Gaza. Oh, you guys are funny. This is from Stiffy314. Disney tries to make America look appealing to tourists after last night's televised assassination. Again from Chris. Further proof that DEI hasn't touched Disney's C-suite. This is from Lee again. The State of Disney 2024 visualized. And then from Stiffy again. Disney is thrilled to be out of the news cycle for just one day. Coalition comes in with, dang it, Mickey. We never needed a poop app at Disney until now. And here we go again with Chris. Disney unveils its newest attraction, History as Imagined by Disney, January 6th edition. Oh, man. Never fail to disappoint. All right, so let's go ahead and look through, see what we got for 20s. All right, we got a couple of ones. Aaron's got the 5. Yeah, everybody's got 1s except for Aaron. So, where do you want to go with this? Oh, is it just me on stage?
I think Aaron's got it.
Oh, okay. There you are.
Mine is buffering so bad, I can barely hear anybody. It is just in, out, in, out, in, out.
Yeah, I was like, am I
You're
talking
able
to
to hear
myself
that.
right now? Like,
And
then I
Trying
turned
to
up and
remain
looked
as
and Brian
still
was
and quiet
gone.
as
I was like,
possible
oh, all
so
right.
the internet can catch up.
It's all good.
Sorry, nature call.
Yeah, but we definitely have a winner today.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no need
Aaron's
for a
out by
poll,
far.
clear winner.
No need for a poll. It's just right out the gate.
Aaron, my sister from another mister.
There you go. All right, so the winner today for Caption This is Aaron. Newest Disney remake, Who Framed Hunter Biden? Jessica Rabbit played by Lizzo.
Congratulations, Aaron. You want to come up on Discord? Take a victory lap? I shall invite you.
Here we go.
She declined. Sadly.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well.
No, it's all
She's got
good.
her hand up now.
Oh, now she's got her hand up. All right. Get her up here. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting how to Discord.
No.
Oh no, she doesn't want to go on the YouTube.
No. I know. Go on the YouTubes.
God.
Well, anyways,
You're
yeah.
good.
So this week there was a lot of stuff, a lot of things going on with Supreme Court cases, the debates, the state of Hunter Biden, not Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, and then if you guys were watching the Culture War earlier today,
Yes.
that was very interesting because they had what
London.
Yeah, her
It
name's
was
London.
London Roberts. She is basically Hunter Biden's baby mama. She
Mhm.
is the woman who has bore his illegitimate daughter, but from everything that I saw today, it was very interesting to see her perspective on the Hunter Biden, like behind the scenes kind of thing. It is still a bad situation. I think Hunter should be more involved in their daughter's life. But it was very interesting to finally see someone have a different perspective of Biden and Hunter specifically than what we've kind of seen being in memes and what the narrative's been painting about him. Kind of human him a little bit, but in my mind, still not enough to redeem him, like, at all. But it's a very, very interesting. I would stay back and watch it.
Absolutely. Yep. And then we've got at 2 p.m. on Saturday, or it should be tomorrow now. Oh my goodness. I keep forgetting it's Friday.
It's Friday. We woo on Friday.
Did. Yeah, so tomorrow at 2 p.m. we got the leftovers with Brian and Elizabeth, where they go over the flip side of the bee.
No flip sides from today, folks. It was all bee.
Exactly.
It was too funny to pass up. It was just too funny to pass up.
Yep. And then, of course, tomorrow at 10 p.m. live on Rumble, you've got yours truly, AK your favorite guy on Roma Nation. Make sure you guys come out because we're we got the Whistleblower Act of 1989 on Constitutional Corner. Now, it's funny because we had a lot of whistleblower stuff going on this week. I did not plan that. I had this plan 2 weeks ago, and it just so happened that all of these whistleblower stories started to come out. And then, of course, Julian Assange, which we will go over this weekend. It's going to be a fun time, so make sure you guys please like, comment, subscribe, and come check it out.
Yes,
Brian,
sir.
what you got?
Well, you already covered the leftovers, and you never know who will show up. It's mainly me and Biddy, but sometimes Crimson comes in, sometimes T-Bone pops up. Sometimes you've made a guest appearance, AK or Roma. So yeah, But yeah, we just go because there's so much stuff that happens. We just can't cover it. I mean, we do good to get 6 or 7 stories in a day before we, go into our funny shenanigans. So we got a lot of stuff that ends up on the cutting room floor, but you still need to know about. So that's why we do the leftover show. And yeah, I know.
Yep. And then the last thing is you go over the caption this champion. So we have a winner on each day, and then we take the 5 winners and we put them together on Saturday, and then we have like a final vote to see who is the caption this winner of the week.
Yep.
So make sure you guys tune in. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you join the Timcast Discord, and that's where all the fun shenanigans happen. So you don't want to miss out.
So all the dirty words are.
Hey,
well,
no sneak peeks. All right, Crimson. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for showing up to this Friday edition of Midday Rush. Crimson, before we leave, you got any final thoughts?
It's there's a whirlwind in my head of things I wish I could say, but just basically keep your head on a swivel. Please be situated aware, everyone. You never know what's going to happen. Prepare for your family, prepare for yourself, and just keep your head on a swivel. That's all I've got.
Yep. And for me, like I always say, make sure anytime you see one, thank your veterans.
Well, I appreciate that, Roma. And what I'll say is, I think that if this past week has proven anything, it has proven that if I tell you it's going to rain, you better grab a frickin' umbrella.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, Brian, it is that time. Thank you guys for joining the Midday Rush. I'm AK, your favorite guy, host of Roma Nation. Down south, that's Crimson Catnip. our goth co-host. And then we have the expert, the old man, the grumpy man himself, Brian. Please lead us out.
All right. This is mainly for our Discord folks. Get off my lawn. But stay but you need to stay on the sidewalk so that you can see our Miss Elizabeth and Sanoski and all those great folks that run the Pretard Cast.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to miss it. So yeah.
Bye.
I know.
Peace
I
out.
know. Everybody knows I'm feeling pretty good. I don't care.
How long do I have to hold this pose?
We're off Discord.
We're off Discord, and we are now off of.
The
I
Yup
gotta do
Tubs.
this. Make sure we're off of the freaking Twitters.
Saint Metal trying to slide into my DMs like he's some sort of slick shit.
Oh. She is a married woman.
Apparently he knows. And I'm like, I ain't entertaining this fool.
Yep.
So I don't know what happens. I really
I
probably should
guess.
look into getting an Ethernet cable because I cannot trust my Wi-Fi. Like